Hello everybody, this is Back Blast. Here I am again on Planet Zoo, Royal Burgers Zoo, and as you can see I've made the kids jungle, which is probably one of the most complex buildings I've ever built. I would say there's more pieces in this than anything else I've built apart from one building, which was probably the Dunes restaurant at Chester Zoo, which I don't know if you remember it or if you've even seen the videos, but the Dunes restaurant has like a kind of hexagonal pyramid roof thing, and each of the hexagons had 3,000 pieces in each hexagon. This is probably the second most complex building I've ever built, in that all these are individual pieces. We've got lots and lots and lots and lots of planks, all in various patterns, and it's very complicated. And for the most part, I've tried to keep it as close to the real thing as possible. Obviously, there's going to be bits that, because of restrictions in the game, I haven't been able to do exactly. And also, there are a few bits that I didn't have photographs of, so I've had to improvise on a few bits, use a bit of artistic license here and there. But basically, I think this is a pretty good reconstruction of the kids' jungle at Royal Burgers Zoo. So let me take you around it. What I'll do first is we'll remove the roof, because otherwise it will just be rather dark inside. So we'll just flip the lid off, and then we'll go and have a look inside it. So as with a lot of my builds, you can just take the lids off, take the roofs off, and see inside. So there you go. I'll give a brief flyover, and then we'll go and have a quick look inside in a bit more detail. So let's just go over the top here. Lots and lots of different height variations, lots and lots of different types of transitions. So there are slides and stairs and rope things to climb, and it's all pretty complicated. So let's have a look inside it. So the first thing is the building itself is quite a complicated shape. It was very, very difficult to build and design. It was all wood panelled like that, with a glass underneath it. And then underneath that there's a plaster base that goes around the bottom. And then we've got a floor made out of the scenery tiles. So that's pretty much the exoskeleton. I designed the pattern based on the real pattern, so it's pretty accurate to the real pattern, but I've had to... There are bits that aren't quite right. So for example, what I did was I built a panel, a curved piece, which had all the bits in the right places and the right gaps, more or less. And then when I started joining the bits together, and you can see it's not perfect, there are bits that don't quite join exactly. The panels don't make the exact pattern anymore, but it's not far off the real thing. The exterior building here, I didn't have much information on. And I'm aware that this is some sort of restaurant. I haven't looked into that yet, so I don't know what it's like inside or even on the outside. I didn't have much on this. I wanted to keep it as a walkway, and as you can see, it is being used by staff at the moment. This is open to the public. There isn't a staff-only walkway. It's just that the public don't tend to come in this way. I think once this is built into a restaurant, then I'll get a lot more coming in, and even using some of these benches inside. So let's go and have a look inside. So the benches are here, as you can see from the horrible wooden edgings. There is a pathway in here, and it is possible to use all these benches if required. Originally, when I was building this, I wanted it all to be usable. I wanted it so that people could go down the stairs and onto the basement. Unfortunately, you can't. This is purely scenic. It's not usable. Apart from the bit that's in yellow on here, the mezzanine bit, all the rest of it is unusable by the public and the staff, simply because the height difference would have been immense, and the game has a restriction on how high you can go. And if in fact, if you go underneath the floor, the hole is still there that I made. That's how deep it would have had to be in order to put the flooring in at the correct height for the game, and it didn't look right. It was way too far down, and so we've got what you see here, which is an artificial floor, and something that looks accurate but isn't really usable, which is a shame. So let's just take you around a little bit. At this end of the actual play area, we do have a few little houses, and there's a replica of a boat. As I said, there are bits that I didn't have photographs of, so they won't be 100% accurate. There'll be bits in here that, because I didn't have the correct photographs, may be the wrong material, so I'm not convinced that all this is rope. There are other bits where I just didn't have any photographs whatsoever. So the bit underneath the mezzanine, no idea what that looks like. I've just put the blue wall in. And as we go further down the building, there's another area that I haven't really managed to build very well. Well, I've built it very well. I think I've built it very well. It's just that it isn't accurate to the real thing. So I have tried to keep it as close as possible, wherever possible. But if the photographs weren't available, I haven't been able to do it. Also, there are some bits where the walkways are too narrow for the pieces that we've got. We haven't got rope shorter than 2 meters. So some places where I've had to put diagonals and things in, I've got a bit of rope sticking out. I think actually these are the only 2 bits. I think I've managed to curb the rest of the bloat. But there you go. There's a lot of it pretty well built. The bits that the kids can go down. There's a big slide there. That's all cool. I didn't know how this joined up with the back of this or anything, but it's all here. What else have we got? We've got a walkway that runs. In fact, if we go down, let's go down this way. I'm sure there's a way out of this building in real life. There's a walkway runs under it all here. Again, I didn't have photos of inside this bit, so I'm not quite sure where this goes. Around here into this building, again, not many photos of this bit. I am quite pleased with my helical staircase. Please don't say it's a spiral staircase. It's not a spiral. They don't go in that is not a spiral. A spiral starts small and works its way out, larger and larger. Staircases like that don't. They just go up in a helix. That's a helix staircase. Okay, where else have we got? We've got in here. We can go in here. There's a walkway here that goes back to the mezzanine. We can go up this rope bit, and then there's a rope tunnel thing that goes up to the top of the helical staircase, and then we've got the start of the slide. So there's a slide runs outside the building, goes under the ground before it comes back in here. So that's pretty cool. An awful lot of rope in this building. It's I don't know how many pieces are in this, honestly. If I try and change anything on any of this building, my game stops for about 5 seconds and has a think about things, and then gets going again. But that's it. That's the kids' jungle at Royal Burgers Zoo. It's taken me quite a while to build, simply because it's complicated. Also because I didn't have all the photographs that I would have liked. And some of the bits just took a bit more playing around with than others. Just get that right. There we go. Perfect. And of course, things like the windows on the roof here are round in real life, and we don't have round ones, unfortunately. But there you go. There you are. So that is it finished. It's the Royal Burgers Zoo Kids Jungle. My recreation of it. I think it looks pretty good. I think I've done a good job of that one, as I have with I think most of the things I've built in this zoo. I think I've pretty much nailing everything at the moment. If there's anything about it that you know that I haven't built in or I've got a little bit wrong, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, it's staying, and it's staying as it is. Obviously, restaurant to build as well, and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of other bits that need doing. That's it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you like the building. Please let me know if you like the building. It was complicated, and I hope I've done a good job. And that's it for me. My name's Backblast. I'll catch you very soon.